In this video, I explain declaration circuit and Kuznets circuit. First, I explain you what is the meaning of declaration circuit and the Kuznets circuit. Then after we move ahead. First, basic meanings of the declaration is to reduce the speed of rate. Okay, and Kuznets means to reduce the shock force. Okay, so how we reduce the declarations means how we reduce the speed of rate. Okay, so speed of rate is reduced and means it is used to avoid the shock or a jerk. Okay, that's why its other name is the Kuznets circuit. Kuznets means reduce the rate of shock or a force. So here you see that is the one image. Okay, that is a two additional thing is provided in a simple 4x2 double acting cylinder circuits. Okay, so first thing is that on the piston rod they provide one cam. Okay, and in between the A port and C port one declaration valve is provided, and in between the B port and the rod end port they are also provide one declarations valve or a declaration circuits. Okay, now in declaration valve what are the various components? So declaration valve is one of the flow control valves. Okay, so here you see this part is called as the flow control valve symbols. Okay, and this arrow is indicate at the variable speed. This is the symbol of check valve. Okay, and the flow control valve means how we control the flow rates. So flow control valve is on or off by using these declaration valves. That is a 2x2 directional control valve is used, and it is the cam operated. Here you see round symbols and two straight lines. These indicate it is the cam operated. That's why here the cam is provided. Okay, so this is the V1 is mentioned, that is a declaration valve 1, and this is a declaration valve 2. That's why here the V1s and V2 are written. The figure show Kuznets circuit of a double acting cylinders using cam operated flow control valves. So here you see in a this cylinder 2 port is provided, that means it is the DAC double acting cylinders, and here you see this is a cam operated DCV is used for operating the flow control valves, and on a piston rod the cam is provided. V1 and V2 are two cam operated FCV. FCV means flow control valve that we already discussed. A cam operated flow control valve allows free flow when it is not actuated. Actuated means it is not operate or it is not pressed. Now when this cam is pressed, so cam operated DCV is pressed. When this cam of the piston rod is pressed this cam, okay, then it is actuated, and actuated means operate. Means when these V1 and V2 are not operated or not pressed, they are free flow, means they are not able to control the flow rates. And control the flow rate when it is actuated, means when this cam is pressed this V2 valve and they start to control the flow rate of the oils. Okay, so how they controls that we discussed during the working. Now we understand the working of this particular circuits in a two position, first for the first positions and second for the second positions of the directional control valves. In a first positions of 4x2 DCV, oil enters through the check valve of V1 to the head end or cap end of a double acting cylinders, hence the piston is extend. So here you see oil come from the pump is come in a P port, from the P port it is come in A ports. Okay, and then it is come in this V1 valves. Now at that point they have the two options. Okay, but this flow control valve is closed because this cam operated FCV is not pressed. Okay, that means the flow come from the A port is enter in this check valve, and from this check valve it is supplied to the head end or a cap end of double acting cylinder. Here we mention head end or a cap end. So generally we use the cap end words. Okay, so here these called as the cap end ports, and this oil is applied the some force on the piston, and the piston is start to move left to right. It is called as the extension strokes. So here written, hence the piston is extend. During the extensions, one of the cam reach to the valve V2. So this cam is reached to the valve V2 when it is reached during the extension strokes. Okay, and this cam is actuated the V2. So here written that cam is actuated the V2 means it's pressed the V2 and causing the flow through the V2 and get the controls. Now we know that when this piston is start to extend, at that time some oil is present on the right side of the piston, is start to supplied from the R port, and then it is enter in these lines, okay, and coming here. From this line they have the two options, either throw to the check valve, okay, or either pass to the flow control valves, okay. But some particular stock of the extension stock, this cushioning is required only end of the extensions and end of the retraction stock to avoid the jerk, okay. So for the suppose the 80% of the extension stocks or the 90% of the extension stocks, the oil coming out from the rod end port is passed through the check valve, okay, and then enter to the B port, and from that it is go to the T ports. But when this clamp is pressed to this valve V2, means according to the requirement of the cushioning, they set the particular length of the clamp and at which location clamp is installed. Suppose we require to cushioning for a 20% of the extension stock. So suppose this length of the piston rod is the 10 foot, then we provide this here at the 8 meters, okay. So they press, and this press, then what happened, the oil at this point is start from the flow control valve, and oil is start from the flow control. We are able to control the flow rate, and we reduce the flow of the oils, and when we reduce the flow of the oil is stopped in these lines, okay, means here the higher pressure is created, and this extension stock is smoothly completed or a slowly completed, okay, and some quantity of oil is go to the B port and the T ports. Hence the further forward motions will be slow, so cushioning is achieved at the end of extension stocks. Means 80% of the extension stock is going with the high speed and the 20% is going to the slow speed. The percentage is changed depending on the requirements. So we are able to achieve the smooth end of the extension stock by using these cushioning circuits. Now before moving on to the second stocks, I request to like the video and subscribe my channels for watching the more video related to the OHP and another subject of the mechanical engineering. For OHP, various link is provided in descriptions as well as in a card, and for other subject I request to visit the playlist. In a second positions of 4x2 DCV, oil enters through the check valve of V2 to rod end of the double acting cylinder, hence the piston is retracted. Means in a second position, here you see this cross line is drawn, means P port is connected with the B port, and here A port is connected with the T port. So oil coming from the pump is supplied to P port, and P port is connected with B port, means oil is coming here, and from this line oil is entered in these declaration valves, and this point they have the two options. One, the oil is passed from this flow control valve and the check valve, but oil is supplied from check valve because this switch is not pressed again, okay. So it is supplied from the check valve and passed from this line and finally reach to the rod end port, okay, and this oil is applied the some force on the piston, and piston is start to move in a right to left side. It is called as the retraction. So here written the hence the piston is retract. During the retractions, once the clamp reach the valve V1, so when this piston is moving right to left, so this piston rod is also moving, and this clamp is touch this V1, means it is actuated the V1 or it is operate the V1s, and the flow is through the V1 and get the flow is controlled. Means when the piston is here and the oil is start to supplied, okay, they pass with the higher speed. This piston is moving with higher speed because the oil present on the left side of the piston, means cap end side of the piston, is passed through this check valve because there is no able to control the speed, okay. But at the end of the retraction stock, we are required a smooth end of the retractions, okay. That's why we need to reduce the flow rate. Reduce the flow rate of the oils in these return lines, okay. So here we provide this valve and they reduce the flow control of the oil passing from the cap end port to the A ports, okay. So when this clamp is touch this V1 valves, this flow control valve is opens and oil is stopped to pass from this check valve, but oil is start to pass from the flow control valves, and then they reduce the flow, and when they reduce the flow, pressure on the cap end side is increased and the retraction stock is the smoothly over. Hence the further backward motions will be slow, so cushioning is achieved at the end of the retraction stocks and it is done smoothly, okay. And from the flow control valve, oil is supplied to the A port, and from the A port, here you see in a second position A port is connected with the T port, so oil is entering T port, and from the T port it's go to the reservoirs. So thank you for watching this video. If you learned something, then like the video and subscribe my channel for watching the more video related to the mechanical engineering. And don't forget to share with your friends and comment on the video if you learn something.